You got to get to low carb lifestyle.
Exactly.
Here.
Some pretty great people here today. You know, did you guys know that 2 out of every 3 adults are overweight or obese? Cutting out sugar and most simple carbs can make a really big difference, Chris, as you know.
This is huge.
Yeah, it is.
This is important to me because I've done low carb for a long time. It's a powerful way to live. We have 2 doctors in studio with us today, Dr. Jeffrey Gerber and also Richard Johnson. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in here this morning. And I actually was part of the low carb conference before the pandemic, Jeff. You remember that?
Yes, Chris.
And that was a big deal. First of all, tell us about yourselves.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us on the show. I'm a family doctor, and I've been passionate about nutrition for over 25 years, whether it's patient to patient or lectures or writing a book or now these conferences. I've come to realize that nutrition education is my passion.
All right, very cool.
And he is one of the top low-carb doctors in the whole country. So, and he throws this big conference every year. So this is great. I'm Dr. Richard Johnson. I'm a professor of medicine at the University of Colorado, and I spent my career trying to figure out the cause of obesity and the cause of diabetes, and it led me to carbs, and especially to sugar. And so I study that, and that's why I'm going to be at the conference to talk about it.
Very cool. So speaking of the conference, Low Carb Conference, tell us a little bit more about that. Why are you guys so passionate about really, educating our community through this conference that you guys have had for how long now?
Yeah, this will be the 6th year that we've had it.
Okay.
And the idea is that we're trying to educate the public and healthcare professionals about better nutrition. And we're even talking about rebranding it because low carb seems to be kind of a niche term, but really it's a general health and nutrition conference. Right. And the general principles are that we want to reduce carbohydrate in the diet, reduce processed foods in the diet, and the message to eat more whole foods. And the sources are protein, vegetables, and natural fats. And we have a whole group of speakers, actually.
And it's a great panel. I've seen the list of people. I mean, it's the who's who in the world of low.
The focus is not just on preventing obesity or treating obesity, but on promoting health.
Sure. So doctors, let me ask you something. What kind of results do you typically see when people make this kind of switch?
Well, low-carb diet is a very effective way at losing weight. It is, but it's also, it removes a lot of things that are actually injurious, it's like things like sugar and high glycemic carbs like potatoes and rice. These things can raise your blood sugar and stimulate processes that are not always so healthy. So a low carb doesn't mean no carb, but it just means a healthy carb diet. I think today people are ingesting maybe 50% or more of their diet is carbs, and that's probably too much.
Okay.
And Spencer, you mentioned that 2/3 or more of the population have a problem with metabolic health and weight. And so we're trying to present tools to help individuals. And so if you have a problem that we call insulin resistance, which is a precursor to diabetes and prediabetes, and your body can't process carbohydrates, which is the predominant fuel. So the message, this tool in particular, works for prediabetics and diabetics to reduce the insult, which is carbohydrate, reduce processed foods, which drive appetite, and eat more whole foods.
Absolutely.
Guys,
we could talk to you all day. Of course, we have to wrap up our segment here.
It's
already been 3 minutes.
And I told you this so many times, the time just flies when we talk about this stuff. So the Low Carb Denver will be, this is the 2023 version of the conference, will be from February 23rd through the 26th at the Gaylord of the Rockies. I was there when it was there a few years ago. It's a great place. They're actually offering a special discount just for our viewers. Get 10% off. Go to the website, our website, kwgn.com, and you'll find it there. Also, you could head over to lowcarbconference.com, and they'll have a lot of information there as well. But again, February 23rd through the 26th.